Hello and welcome to the Sleep Only demo. As you can see on my iPhone here, the Sleep Only icon is down here in the lower right. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and bring up the main page of the app. And you can see there's several sound categories here. There's a bunch of different noises, fans, nature sounds, water sounds, other sounds that wouldn't really fit in any category like meditation and lullaby sounds. So what you can do is go in category by category and listen to all the sounds and find out the ones you like the best. For example, you can start with our deepest, darkest brown noise, which we call ebony noise, and you can work your way through the list. Maybe you find that you really like that dark brown noise, so you can click that one. Let's go ahead and click the ebony noise as well. Anyway, you go through all of them, and you can see there are quite a few noises, including some special green noises we developed specifically for this app, like, for example, the dream waves, which is a very pleasing sound. Anyway, once you've gone through the noises, you can go to the fans and do the same thing. Go through the entire list. You can see there's 20 different fan sounds. My favorite happens to be the mellow fan high #1, so I'm going to go ahead and select that and make that a favorite. Again, you should go through them all because your favorites will be different than everyone else's. And then in the nature category, you might pick something like meadow. Perhaps you like the sound of crickets when you're sleeping. Do that. And in the water menu, maybe you like rain and heavy thunder. You can select that one. And my personal favorite is the ocean harbor sound. Anyway, now once you've selected all your favorites, you can go into the favorites menu, which is the second icon from the left on the bottom. And you'll see that all the sounds that I've selected as favorites show up now in this list. It's very convenient to go back and forth between them. The one that's playing is highlighted in blue. So for example, if I want to go back to the fan sound I selected, I can do that here, or maybe that dark ebony noise that's so soothing. Anyway, the next step would be to go into the timer menu, and maybe you want to have a nap. So anyway, let's say we wanted to set the timer for, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes for a little nap. We just push the button, and you can see now the timer is starting to count down. When it gets down to 0, it won't just click off or pop or make any noises or anything. It'll just slowly, gradually go off. It takes about a minute, and you won't even notice it going off. At least that was the goal. You don't want, that's the last thing you want to do is have it wake you up when it's going off. And the last one is the adaptive sound menu. If you go into the adaptive sound menu and turn adaptive sound on, you click this button, and now we're in the adaptive sound mode. Now, you can see it's responding to my voice. It would also respond to cars going by or whatever noises you have in your house. If I'm quiet, you'll see that the volume, which is indicated by this volume slider right here, will start to go down. It goes down nice and smooth, but you can notice it goes down rather rapidly. Now, it also goes down to a pretty low level. Now, you can control that with the volume limit slider up at the top. So, for example, maybe I don't want it to be quite that quiet when the room is completely quiet. So you can see in this case it went down much less. Or maybe you want even less dynamic range from max volume to min volume. It allows you to tweak that exactly the way you'd like. Now, also notice the VU meters in the center here. Basically, it's an ambient noise spectrograph that shows you where the noise is entering your room. And it's very sophisticated. It subtracts off the noise that you're generating with the phone. And you're only seeing the delta or the actual ambient noise in the room. So now if I'm quiet, you'll see since I moved the volume limit up quite a bit, it should go down to about half scale. Which it did. Anyway, you also have control over the ramp up speed and the ramp down speed. Right now they're set to defaults, but it's still fairly aggressive. But if you wanted it to respond much slower, you would just move your sliders down. And then you can see as I talk, the volume went up much more gradually at a slower pace. And when I stop talking, it's going down much slower. Actually, to demonstrate that better, let me make the volume limits full here again, and you can see it a little more clearly. And the last control is the sensitivity. There's really no need to adjust it in most situations, but if you're in a very, very noisy area, like live right next to a freeway wall or something, you'd probably want to lower the sensitivity, and you need to experiment with that a little bit. One other comment I would make is if you are in a hotel room and you have somebody tap dancing on the floor above you, the ideal setting for that is to have it ramp up very rapidly. So one little tap will make it go up to full volume, and ramp down very slowly. And that's perfect for that situation. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.